guys, and welcome back to Skins in the Game, episode number 61.
I
How you
never
doing
thought
today,
it would go
J-Dubs?
this. I'm doing good. I never thought it would last this long.
We got thousands more to go, so buckle up there, Daddy-O. Buckle up. What up, Bod, in the chat? How you doing? What's up, Pat? And I'm sure other people will pop in and out, but what's up, everybody?
Bodhisattva, won't you take me? But I can't help. But every time I see him, I think of Steely Dan. Sorry.
No, it's all good. All right, it's got a fun show today. I think it should be a good discussion here. Of course, we're gonna have the. Go ahead.
I was going to say we've been able to string out the non-event, non-season football, and we actually have people that are here listening to us. I love it.
Yep, that's right. So we got the Washington offense. There's interesting stuff with the Washington offense. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're also going to discuss, is Terry and Carson, where do they rank as amongst, here's the criteria, and we'll go more into it, but just the beginning, is a quarterback under 30 and a receiver on their rookie deal still. So you have a young receiver and you have a young quarterback. What's the best combo? And there's a lot out there to choose from. We'll also talk about Terry and Dotson. What kind of combo are they amongst the league? And then we'll do our 53-man roster for the defense. Last week we did the offense. This week will be the defense. But as always, we start our show off with the dad joke of the week.
It makes my day.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when you see a fireman?
Think, oh, crap. What?
Put it out, man.
Oh, there you go. What do you see when fire, comma, man? Put it out. Okay. Well played. Well played. And hey, my answer, I feel like, would have worked too. Like, even with both scenarios. Yeah, like if I'm seeing a fireman, oh crap. If I'm seeing a fire, comma, man, oh crap.
I used to have a when I was on the chat on MSN that it said, "What do you do in case of fire? Do not use elevator. Use water." But anyway, so go ahead. You know what? You do what do you got before I do what do you got?
All right, here's my what do you got? Okay, and I'm actually going to do something that's unlike me. I'm actually going to do something relevant to the sports. It's not going to be some personal thing here.
We'll be the judge of that.
Well, it's relative to sports, but it's just you'll be the judge of whether it's good or not. All right, here's a picture of a group of guys from our team working out together in the offseason. Okay, you got Dax Milne, Terry, Carson, Heineke, Gibby, Cole Turner, Cam Sims, and Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, I saw this.
There's a notable player that is missing from here. And that's the guy we gave a big money contract to, Curtis Samuel. And I'm not going to attack him for missing a practice. Like, I'm not saying that, oh, because he wasn't here, now he's going to suck this year. But I am going to continue to now harp on this, where I am getting worried about this dude's health. We are, 8 months removed since the last time this guy has played football?
Yep.
And we are still talking about either a torn or a strained groin, and he needs to be brought along slow. This is an injury that takes 6 to 8 weeks, which is 2 months or less to recover.
Or maybe he just had a wedding to go to.
Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing. And I fully admit that. This is why I put it in the what do you got, not like our main topics. And maybe it's nothing. And maybe he's just working out somewhere else. But just a couple of weeks ago in training camp, we're holding him out of practice with Ron Rivera saying, like, we're being precautionary with Curtis Samuel. We're 8 months out. Why are we still being precautionary with a professional athlete that would only take me 2 months to recover? A fat, out-of-shape loser. It would only take me 2 months, maybe 3 months on a bad stint.
Oh, come on, guys. Are you buying this? You believe he thinks he's an out-of-shape loser? He just played basketball against a 6'5" guy. He thinks he's got it. So
he worked me. My buddy KP worked me for sure. But no, I just I wanted to bring that picture up. And again, I don't care about like missing, like as far as like, oh, he won't be ready for week 1 because he's not getting the connection with Carson Wentz. I'm not attacking it from there. I'm attacking it from, are we really going to have a second year in a row after we pay this guy a big money contract of him just getting strung along? And I don't think,
Well,
confirmed, Tim thinks he's better than Samuel.
all right, let me play devil's advocate.
Okay, go ahead.
So do you think that he couldn't have shown up and taken that picture? Like, you think the only reason why he's not in that picture is because he's injured and he can't play? He could have shown up and hung out with the guys and walk through and do whatever and say, look, I'm still messed up. So you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm assuming he wasn't there since he wasn't in the picture. That's my assumption.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is he could have been in the picture even if he wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, like
for whatever
he could have
reason.
been with the guys, is what you're saying. Like, why aren't you even like, let alone practice? Why not be there?
Because I'm pretty sure they're doing more than just practicing. He could have been there and been in the picture. Then there wouldn't have been any question. Now it's like, oh, well, why is he not there? So we're going to talk about the injury. Maybe it's the injury, or maybe he couldn't make it. I don't know. But my only point is he could have been in that picture and never ran or done anything. He could have just been hanging out.
Yeah, you're saying even if he wasn't in the picture, doesn't mean he was doing anything. That's fine. But no, I just wanted to bring that up where I'm now getting legitimately concerned because like 4 months ago, I was the one saying Curtis will be fine. I have no worries about Curtis. He has a full off season to heal this groin injury. It only takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal. It hurt. It got hurt in training camp, and then we just kept bringing him back a little too early, and never gave it enough chance to actually heal. But now we're talking about 8 months since he last played, and we're still worried about the stupid groin injury.
I agree. I think you have a valid point.
Yeah.
It's like I said, he could have shown up and just been in that picture, then you would have thought everything's good.
True, and then I would.
So for whatever reason, maybe they didn't even call him. I don't know.
Well, he's great friends with Terry. That would be weird, and especially since this is like Terry's first practice since he signed the contract. Like, why not hang out with your boy? I don't know. There's a lot of weird things going on there.
That's what I'm saying. But he could have hung out there and done nothing. He could have drank with him because I'm pretty sure there's some drinking going on. But hey.
Yeah, I had 2 dang concussions in high school, and I still showed up for practice. Yeah, I showed up to practice whenever I had an injury in college or whatever. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, what do you got?
All right. Well, I like to provide useless stats, or maybe not useless stats, but the all-time passing yards in a single game. I can give you the guy, but I want to know.
Do that yet. Hold on.
Okay, but I want to know the guy's name and/or the decade he did it in. You want the number?
No, hold on. Well, yeah, I'm not yet. Hold on. I just want to think about this because I definitely do not know the answer. So this is going to be a complete guess. This is not one of the trivia questions where I'm like, oh, I know that one.
I know. Last week you wore me out. You were like, bam, 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 got it.
This is not one of those cases.
You picked 1, then you picked 3, then you picked 2. So this one I think is a little better.
All right.
And if we want to give the chance for the chat to chime in,
absolutely.
You can't look it up on the internet.
Yeah, don't look it up. Don't be a cheater. But yeah, put your guesses in the comments below for sure. All right. So who had the most yards in a single game?
Passing yards, yep. Single game.
Most passing yards in a single game.
And what decade was it?
Decade? Interesting.
Which implies that it was not in 2000.
It wasn't this last decade, which is interesting because my initial thought would have been it would have been sometime in this last decade, especially considering you had like big receiving days, like Calvin Johnson going for almost 300 yards or whatever, Julio Jones going for 300. So you would think that would put a leg up for like Matt Ryan.
I did look at this at 2 different sources and verified that this number is accurate. Well, they said it. So I'm going with verified.
All right, I'm just gonna guess decades first. I'm gonna guess the decade first. So I'm gonna say it was in the 80s. Nope. Okay, what decade was it in?
The 50s.
What?
And I found two other sites that validated this. So,
No, the most passing yards in a game.
yep.
What kind of technicality BS is this? Like the little they were doing the jet sweep and he was doing the shovel pass all game and they just counted it all as passing yards?
Hey, I'm just going with what I found on the internet, which is never wrong.
Never. No, they're batting 1,000. All right, so I'm just trying to think. Do I even know remember quarterbacks back in those
I doubt
days?
it. I doubt it. This is beyond even your
Yeah, this
vast.
this is over me. Okay, go ahead, give it to us. Who was it? Now I'm
All
curious.
right. It was Norm Van Brocklin
Norm Van Brocklin. That's a name.
in 1951 threw for 554 yards.
There it is, the 554-yard game.
All right, so I will add this. Do you want to know or do you want to guess what quarterback for Washington had the most yards in a single season?
Oh, in the season that would be Kirk.
No, a single game. Sorry.
Okay. In a
Sorry,
single
I said it
game.
wrong.
No, you're
single
fine.
game.
The most yards in a single game. Huh, that's an interesting one. I'm going to go with RG3.
Nope.
Huh. Okay, I don't know. It could be a lot of guys. I can sit here and guess.
He said his father said there's only 6 inches between a pat on the back and the slap in the face. That was his line. But you're not going to get it. It was before your time.
That sounds like Joe Theismann would say that. Or
no, it was Brad Johnson, 99.
Oh, Brad Johnson had the most yards in a game. Really?
471 yards.
Wow. And in 99, you said. Okay.
Yep.
Man, in a pass-happy league, it's funny that these records are so old. You would have thought nowadays it would be even higher.
So I'm looking at the
interesting.
There's actually 16 players. Well, I can't say that because this is showing the franchise records of single game. But obviously, with Norm Van Brocklin, it was the highest because if anybody else. But yeah, 554.
Interesting. What was second place? Does it show you second place?
It does. Matt Schaub at 527 in 2012.
With Andre Johnson and Houston Texans?
Yep, that's what it's. Yep. And then you have the Tennessee Titans with Warren Moon in 90, had 527. And you want to know number 4? It's very interesting. 21, Joe Burrow, 525.
Against the Chiefs? Was that the Chiefs game?
I think it was. Yeah,
where he went just crazy.
Lit it up.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Man, that's some old records in there. Like, you got to think, I guess, is it because a team nowadays, if they're throwing that much, it's rare that the other team is even close, so then they start running the football just to get rid of the clock,
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is they're running it. They play as long as they have to.
Yeah.
And then they're done.
It's got to be a competitive game for a record to be beat like that. So it's interesting.
So what place do you think Tom Brady has?
Is he in the top 10?
He is.
Okay. So Tom Brady has a game in the top 10. I'm going to say it was back in 07 with Randy Moss. It was not 07?
No, it was later than that.
Oh, interesting. All right. When did he get it? How much?
In 2011 at 517.
2011. Okay.
That
they went to the Super Bowl that year too.
Yeah. Well,
when they
he's
lost
always
to the
at the
Giants.
Super Bowl. So, but anyway,
Well, true.
I've spent enough time with my. What
If
do
you
you got,
stay
Clint?
a year, you have a 50% chance that Tom Brady was in that Super Bowl. That is kind of like in the last 22 years. I think he's been to 11. No, I think it's no. He's been to 10 Super Bowls in the last 22 years or something like that. That's pretty wild.
It's got to be close. He's won
Yeah.
6, right? Or 7.
He's won 7. 6 in Patriots and 1 for Tampa. And I think he
I
has
know he
3
lost
losses.
1 to New York.
2 to New York and 1 to the Eagles. So yeah, 10.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Anyway. All right. Well, that was fun. That was a good one. All right. So here's the interesting thing about Washington's offense. Washington currently has the 3rd highest paid offense in the league. I saw this on a Pat McAfee episode where their main thing was the Lions had the number 1 offense or highest paid offense in the league. We have the number 3. So an overall question is going to be, what is the likelihood that we could become the 3rd best offense in the entire league, since we're paying for the 3rd best offense theoretically? But first, before we do that, let's answer these 2 questions. Where do you think, and you can put this in the comments below in the chat, where do you think that Carson Wentz and Terry rank amongst quarterback receiver combos where the quarterback is under 30, so a young quarterback, and the receiver is still on their rookie deal? And yes, I understand that Terry just signed his extension, but technically going into this last year is the final year of his rookie deal. So guys that fit into that mold, I'll bring up the list. Here's the list of guys that fit into this mold. There's a big list actually, but you can say like Herbert and Williams, even though Williams just got his big deal. Technically, I think this is his final year on the deal. Jalen Waddle's obviously on his rookie deal. A bunch of these guys. DJ Moore, same thing as Terry. So amongst this list, where do you think that they rank? And it's about half the league that has a young quarterback receiver combo, which is interesting. But we got Hurts, AJ Brown, Burrow, Jamar Chase, which I think has got to be number 1. Burrow. I didn't put this in any order either. I just started listing these off. I think Bengals, Burrow, Chase has got to be 1. But Chargers with Herbert and Williams, so we wouldn't pick Keenan Allen because he's an older receiver. Waddle in Miami. Waddle and Tua in Miami. Drew Lock and DK Metcalf. I think so. That could be a big one. Not that I rank them high right now, though. Baker, DJ Moore is an interesting combo that's brand new. Mahomes and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Wait,
Winston
that's Baker
Olave.
Mayfield?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. Yep.
All right, thank you. I just want to make sure
I put this one in for our boy Jarris. Desmond Ridder and Drake London. To me, this is bottom tier. This is last on this. Maybe not literally last because I'd put Daniel Jones and Tony for the Giants, but this one's low on the list for me. Lamar and Rashad Bateman. Bateman was their first round pick last year. Kyler and Hollywood Brown. They just traded for him. Josh Allen and Gabe Davis. Zach Wilson and Elijah Moore. Mac Jones, Jacoby Myers. Debo and Trey Lance. Kenny Pickett, Deontay Johnson. Justin Fields and Darnell Mooney. Trevor Lawrence and Laviska Shenault. Jared Goff and Jamison Williams, which Jared Goff is only 27 years old. That surprised me. I thought he would have been older. Jones and Tony, Prescott and CD. So how many guys is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right. So out of 22, I can't believe that 22 teams have a young combo like this, including us. So out of 22, where do you rank in that list? So let's see what the chat's saying. They're 8th on the list. I think that's a fair guess, probably. DC Gamer, I think we're 6th, and definitely top 20, says Just No. Thank you. We at least beat 2 guys.
Well, that covers it all.
Yeah. We at least beat 2 other combos out. I like that. So where do you think we rank amongst this list?
All right,
Dan?
I'm looking down the list. Hurts with the Eagles and AJ Brown is up there. Burrow, you got to give Burrow credit with Chase.
All right, give me the ones that I'll put like I don't know.
These are the ones I'm putting at the top of the list. So where we fall,
well, Well, I would say let's go through and pick the ones that are obviously above our tandem. How about that?
Like, okay, well, that's
you know?
kind of what I was saying. Is
okay,
it's like
there we go. Okay.
So Hurts, AJ Brown.
You have them above?
Only because of Hurts' speed.
Okay, so you're counting the running game in it. That's interesting.
Yeah, that he's going to get open because Hurts is hard to cover. Well, and let me say this.
Yeah.
These are the guys that are potentially above them. I'm not saying I think they are, but
okay.
I'm going down the list going, Herbert, Williams, no, Tua, nope. Locke. Okay. It's
Metcalf.
a new situation. I'm not sure I'm buying it yet. Baker, nope.
Yep.
Mahomes and Juju got to be above.
Yep. I mean, you got Mahomes in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Winston, Olave, not buying it. Ritter, Drake, nope. Lamar. God, I hate Baltimore. That might be
Brand Johnson jersey.
maybe,
nice.
But no, I'm not buying it. Kyler, new situation, don't know yet. Bills, yep.
All right.
Josh Allen is great, so he's probably up there.
Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore.
The Jits.
No, not putting.
No, I'm not. Jones, Myers, Pats are on. I think. Look, Bill Belichick, as great as he is, I think his days are numbered.
Mm-hmm.
Not buying it. Lance, Pickett, Field, Lawrence. Yeah, the Giants, right? And no, I think that's it. I think
you're not going to put the Cowboys up there with Prescott and CD?
No. Well, it depends on what month they're playing in. In September, great. In December, I'm not betting a dime on them. So
I'm not betting a dime on them. I love it. All right.
So
all right, I'm going to say
this.
Yeah, so you're basically putting us in the top 5. You have us in the top 5. Even if you put us above Hurts and AJ, so you say we have a minimum top 5 combo, which I don't necessarily hate. I'm not completely oh, that's silly. The ones that I would see, because you also have to consider the combo, so I don't necessarily hate your choices. I am not going to pick Hurts and AJ Brown.
Okay.
Because I think Terry's better than AJ, and I think Wentz is better than Hurts. So I think that our combo beats both. I have Burrow, Chase number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I'd probably have Mahomes and Juju. I think Juju actually has a pretty decent year. I have Josh Allen and Gabe Davis. I'll put that at 3. I'm going to put Lamar and Bateman over ours.
I just couldn't even swallow that. I was like, I thought about it. I was like,
I know I'm not a Baltimore fan either, but I am a Lamar Jackson fan. I do like me some Lamar Jackson, so I respect that duo. And I think I probably weight the quarterback a little bit heavier than the receiver, which is why I'm putting this here. I think Lamar is just arguably the best weapon in football. I'm also going to put Kyler and Hollywood in that conversation above us. Because Kyler's proven that he's an absolute stud. The one thing with him is he's a health concerns. So I would put us. So that's at least one. Well, I'm not putting him above that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams above us.
By the way, could I take credit for the fact that we had a conversation when Patrick Mahomes came out, and you were like, I said the NFL is going to figure him out. I'm not saying he's not good, and I'm not saying he won't be successful.
Yeah,
but they figured him out, and he was way less. The NFL was filled with great players, and they figure out a quarterback where he's got to come up with new ways to be creative. Yeah. And Mahomes has done it, but it's not. I think the same thing with Baltimore, that they're going to figure him out, and he's going to have to be creative. And is he or is he not? That's my.
Well, I know who is creative is Andy Reid. But speaking of guys that are getting close to the end, Andy Reid's getting close to the end of his career. It's going to be tough to see how long he survives in the league.
I don't know how many more donuts. Sorry, I went
I
there.
think I'm going to. A part of me wants to put Prescott and Lamb, but the other part of me says why? Because when Amari Cooper is hurt, this combo is not nearly as good. Like Amari Cooper was a big deal for them. Whenever Amari Cooper went down, that offense went down tremendously.
Well,
But
which was my point. We had this conversation earlier. It was like Dotson, what's he going to be? If he's good, then Terry McLaurin's going to light it up. If he's not good, then they're going to key on him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put us I think I am going to put us just outside the top 5. I think I'm going to put us at 6. With Burrow,
so we're not that far off.
Chase, Mahomes, Juju, Lamar, Bateman, Kyler, Hollywood, excuse me. Because Hollywood's also a really good receiver. I think Terry's obviously better, but I would put Kyler over Carson Wentz. And as I said, I weight the quarterback a little bit more here. And then Josh Allen and Gabe Davis are also studs. We'll see if Gabe could continue to.
Josh Allen is awfully good.
Yeah, he is so good. After that,
so
I don't think
to
I'm putting anybody else. Like an interesting one to watch would be Lawrence and Shenault. Because if Lawrence steps up, that could be huge. And another one is Wilson and Elijah Moore. These guys could prove to be big time. But as far as like where our peak is, I'm going to say the combination, the peak would be behind. I think our peak would be top 3. I think we're behind Burrow and Chase, and I think we're going to be behind Mahomes and Juju. I think we could be a better combo than Josh Allen, Gabe Davis. I really do, as far as a peak is concerned. But for now, I'll put him at 6. Yes, we agree.
I had him at 5. You have him at 6.
Lamar is overrated, says DC Big Oso. Yeah, I completely disagree. Like he is so incredible, actually, in so many ways. I think he's arguably the best weapon in football. Is he the best quarterback? No. But then again, it's like, what do you consider it's a technicality here, right? Because I think that Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. But then I would say Lamar is the best weapon because he's just such a crazy weapon to have. Like if you use him on Madden, you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, but Josh Allen is really close to Mahomes. And like I said, they figured out Mahomes, and if he can work with Andy Reid and figure out how to change up what he does.
Yeah.
But I think Mahomes
I don't think
they'll
figure that arm. You don't figure that out, that arm. He's going to be good for a decade or more.
He didn't win the Super Bowl.
Who's the best QB? I said Pat Mahomes, not Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Right now, I agree with you, but he didn't win the Super Bowl this year. Why? Because someone figured out how to stop him.
Yeah, the Bengals just played well, man.
I know.
Bengals beat the Chiefs twice. They beat them twice this year.
But I'm just saying, NFL.
You know who didn't figure him out? The Bills, with 13 seconds left, and Mahomes sliced and diced him.
Oh my God! Was that the game they scored like 24 points in the last 3 minutes or something stupid?
See, this is kind of okay. This is a good way to sum it up. Take away him running in the tight end position. Lamar is not a good outside the numbers QB. This is why I don't call him the best QB in the league. But you can't take away his running ability. At least for now. I mean, he has it. So you can't just say, oh, get rid of what his best attribute is. And take away Pat Mahomes' arm, and he's not the best quarterback in the league, right? He does have his legs. And because he has his legs, he's one of the most dangerous weapons in football. I just respect the heck out of Lamar. And I respect what Lamar did coming out of college as far as just like a guy that's like, hey, you need to move to running back. You need to move to receiver. No, I'm a quarterback. And he's won an MVP. I mean, he's had tremendous statistical seasons. They've won a bunch of games. So full respect to him. I love it. Does anybody have the time and the dates for training camp in the next 2 weeks? Because I'm trying to settle up and go. As far as training camp, I haven't looked into training camp because I'm not going to go to Ashburn, but I am going to the August 6th practice at FedEx Field. That's at 6:45. But if you want to come that weekend, they're actually doing a practice at the field, and you could get free tickets online and just go. I'm sure if you looked up, Redskins practice FedEx Field or whatever on Google, you'll find it. You can just get your tickets for free, and it's for sure. It's awesome. Y'all could thank us for that. That's right. What's up, Bengals fan? How are you doing? Many folks beat Mahomes last year. They are a beatable team. Yes, they are definitely a beatable team. They weren't 11-6 last year. Because I think the team with the best record was only 12-5. Like I feel like everybody got beat up last year, right? Or am I making that up? Or was that the year before? No, you know what? I think it was the year before with the Titans when they were 11-5 and they won. They were the number 1 seed. Yeah, never mind. That was 2 years ago. Now even more without Tyreek Hill. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tyreek Hill is going to be a loss for the Chiefs for sure. But I like Juju. They still have Travis Kelce. They still have Pat Mahomes. They still have a bunch of
Andy Reid.
And they still have Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy for sure. Yeah, I don't forget that defense was horrible last year to start that year. They were like historically bad. They were giving up like 34 points a game, the Chiefs defense. Yeah, they were all
kind of like what the Patriots went through and the Colts when Peyton Manning was there. Yep. He'd lose games 39-35.
Mahomes did have a lot of turnovers in the first half of last season.
Yeah, but wasn't he dealing with a leg injury? He was dealing with something that made him not as dynamic. I thought there was some lower leg injury or something. Maybe I'm wrong. But I thought he was not 100% through last season.
It's a curse if you go 15-1. Maybe you want to lose 3 or 4 games, so that's funny. What about 16-1 though? Huh? No, that's funny. Yeah, there you go. All right. Here's a more open question, and we're not going to do it as detailed as we did this last one, where we actually go through all the combos because there's a lot of combos. But off the top of the head, and put it in the comments in the comment section or the chat. Where do we rank the potential of, or not the potential, but Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson combo as far as a receiving combo, a 1-2? I can't. I'm just thinking out loud. I can't put them too high. I think if they're in the top half of the league, they're barely in. So I would say at best, maybe top 14 off the top of my head.
Well, yeah, but this is all speculation.
100%. And this is why and so I can't judge it yet as far as I can't be like, oh, they're definitely top 5 because we've never seen Jahan play. I've seen Terry play, and Terry's an absolute stud. I love Terry McLaurin. But when you start going down the list, right, you have guys like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin I'm putting above them in Tampa Bay. I'm putting above them T. Higgins and Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson in Minnesota. I mean, I would probably even put, for now, Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow above them in Oakland. If you include tight ends, that gets a little bit interesting too, but I'm not going to include. I'm just saying receiving combos. I love Keenan Allen and Mike Williams combo. They're nasty. Terry and Curtis is top 10. See, that's interesting too. Is Jahan Dotson even our second best receiver? He hasn't proved anything yet. So, but I'm going with. I would say this, and you can go. We're saying Dotson because he's the first round pick. If you draft a guy first round, he's got to be your number 2 at least. He automatically walks in and becomes your number 2, in my opinion. So, all right, he should. If he doesn't, that's a problem. Why'd you draft him in the first round? But go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that success with a receiver tandem is very subjective. What is the success criteria? It's like if they both get over 1,000 yards receiving, is that success? Is it how many games they win? So it's very subjective to say, I don't know how to measure it.
Well, it's not necessarily, it's an immeasurable thing, right? Because we don't know what they're going to do this year. We're kind of projecting this out. So it's immeasurable. It's now basically just where do you put them as far as a combination amongst the league? So it's not necessarily like there's not a 1000% definite answer because we aren't measuring it. So
Well, yeah, but you're
yeah,
measuring it somehow. It's like at the end of the season, you're going to measure Terry and Jahan, and what is the measurement? If this team
I agree,
has
Johnny.
two receivers
Yeah.
that, that's what I'm saying is how do you measure it?
Mhm.
If they win 12 games and the running backs get 2,000 yards of rushing, then
Yeah.
it's very subjective. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I'm just trying to think of like off the top of my head, who would I put above them now for sure? And as I said, I put Tampa Bay with Mike Williams, not Mike Williams, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Um, Bengals, Minnesota. Maybe it's higher than I give them credit for when I actually start going through it. But because those three for sure.
Maybe Tom Brady gets a neck injury and he can't throw the ball more than 15 yards.
Maybe.
Like
Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, I would put over them. So the Bills. I would put a non-suspended DeAndre Hopkins and Marquise Brown over them, or AJ Green. Pick your poison on that. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, I would put over them in Seattle.
again, by expectations, and rightfully so. I'm not arguing with you.
And I will say also, like, there is some pedigree to it. Like, we've seen Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf play. We know these two are ballers, right? Like, so there is a pedigree to here where we don't know in Jahan. Like, there's a reason why I'm not saying a combination like Michael Thomas and Chris Olave, right? Because Chris Olave is a rookie too. We're like, I can't put him there. Or, list rookie receiver coming out this year that you could put in that. I don't know. Well, no, not anymore. So never mind. I'm not going to even say that. But
so by the end of this year, we could have Jahan and Terry have the most passing yards or receiving yards, and people will be going, "Oh my God, this." So yeah, you can't measure it right now.
yeah,
Is all
I
I'm saying
will
because you
say
have
this.
nothing to measure it on.
Right.
What?
I will say they have huge potential. I will say that. They have huge potential, like top 5.
Wait, you got to say it right. Huge.
Huge potential. They're big league. Big league. They're tremendous. They're wonderful. They're the best. They're the best.
All right. Best in all of history.
Yes.
Wait,
there's never been better.
I've never heard of a better. Going to be the top 10 quarterback this year. He was 8th in QBR and 30th ranked pass pro and a glorified WR2.
WR1, wide receiver 2, and his wide receiver 1, nothing else.
I know he wore our ass out when we played him because I watched him.
No, Wentz has huge potential too. I love it. That's why I put, as far as like a young QB and young wide receiver combo, I have us at least at 6. And that's honestly, I think we have potential to be top 3 as far as a young quarterback, young wide receiver combo. And I love it. I'm here for it. But all right, let's answer this general question. Let's answer this based on a percentage. So you can't really be wrong on a percentage, right? What is the likelihood?
You can always be wrong.
What is the likelihood that we are, since we're the 3rd highest paid offense, that we are actually the 3rd best offense in the entire league?
You want me to bet?
No, put a percentage.
That's an awfully high bar.
Yeah, it is.
I would not bet money on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I can hope for it, but all right. So I told you that
I'm going to put it at like 1%. I think the likelihood of us becoming a top 3 offense is extremely low. It's like less than 1%. And I'm rooting for it. I love it. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. I'm not saying zero. I'm just saying, are we really going to be better offenses than the Bills, the Bengals,
Right.
the whole AFC West is just insane offenses with the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers. All four of those teams are through the roof. You still have Tampa Bay that's nasty. Like, there's a ton of really great offenses out there. So I feel like the likelihood of us being a top 3 offense is like extremely low. But Washington ain't going to be a top 15 offense, let alone top 3. That's funny. Washington top
Can't
25
argue
offensive
with it.
team. If you were going to bet, are we going to be a top half of the league team or a bottom half of the league team? 90% of people would pick the bottom half of the league, even though we spent so much money.
All right, so let's go through this position by position. Quarterback.
Yep. We're like, what, number 8?
Total
7?
spent $34.1 million, ranked 6th. Biggest hit, Carson.
Yep.
Running back. $4.9 million.
That's cheap.
Ranked 32nd. Biggest cap hit, J.D. McKissick.
Ranked 32nd. I knew that was cheap, but that is cheap. All right, I gotcha.
All right, wide receiver. Total $34 million.
Middle of the pack, I would imagine.
Ranked 5th.
What?
They're saying $34 million on wide receivers is ranked 5th. Biggest hit.
Wow.
Curtis Samuel at $12.6 million. Wait a minute. This is obviously not.
No. Because Terry McLaurin's only a low hit this year.
Oh,
it doesn't kick in until next year. Yeah.
All right. So tight end.
Yeah.
$9.5 million. 17th ranked.
Okay, that's middle of the pack.
Biggest hit, Logan Thomas at 6.2. Mm-hmm. Offensive line, $43.4 million, ranked 11th. Chase Rouillet at 7.2 is the biggest hit.
So our quarterback and our receiver position is what puts us so high.
Yep. So interior defense, defensive line, $23.4 million, ranked 13th. Biggest cap hit?
Jonathan Allen.
Yep. $9.5 million. Edge rusher, $18.4 million, ranked 22nd.
Biggest cap hit, Montez Sweat.
It's Chase Young at 9.
I would have thought since he was a year earlier that I thought it increases. But okay, so Chase Young, I get that number 2 overall pick contract is big. It's massive.
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
It's huge. Huge.
Also, Montez Sweat was picked like 26th overall. So never mind. That makes sense.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
Total $12.2 million, ranked
that's cheap.
17th. Biggest cap hit?
Cole Holcomb?
Nope. I'll give you one more guess.
Jamin Davis?
Yep, 3.1.
Wow.
Quarterback, $32 million, ranked 4th.
Yeah, that's
biggest
high.
Cap hit.
William Jackson.
13.8. Safety, total $6.5 million, rank 29th.
Bobby McCain is the highest.
2.
All right, well, interesting. Interesting.
So there
stuff.
you go. I guess
if you don't know, now you know. All right, so likelihood, I'm giving it 1% that we get there. All right, let's end this show with the 53-man roster defense, and then we'll play a game of Weddle before we get out of here.
Oh,
all right?
Great.
Yes, the good old Weddle, Dad's favorite. All right. Let's go ahead and get through this defensive 53-man roster. All right, so I'm got us having, basically you can say 10 defensive linemen, so 25 defensive players. I would say 10 defensive linemen, probably 6 DNs and 4 D tackles. I would have only 4 safeties and 6 corners, so 10 secondary, and I'm going to have 5 linebackers is probably the rough estimate. And we will go position by position here. So we'll start with the defensive end spots. So the obvious ones will be, of course, Chase Young, Montez Sweat, And then after that, I think that pretty much locks are James Smith-Williams and Casey Toohill. They played really well when Sweat and Young went down last year. It's arguably they were playing better than those two were last year. So those are my 4 of my 6 defensive ends. And then after that, it gets shaky. I'm going to say it's going to be David Bada and Shaka Toney. Shaka Toney being a defensive end, linebacker hybrid kind of thing. And I think it's David Bada, which he actually played decently well last year. I think William Bradley King probably ends up going to the practice squad potentially. But all right, so who are your 6 then, Doug?
I have no argument over that.
All right, so you like that combo. I think William Bradley King's going to go to the practice squad. I just don't know. And also, Shaka Toney could give you good reps and special teams as well. So
I just like his name.
Shaka Toney, yeah. And then, I know F.A. Obata is like a guy that maybe could make it. He's got 5 years experience. He's on the he's the one that's on that program, right? The international player program. So maybe he has an outside chance. Rotimi played decent, but I don't think Jacob Panaziak and Jalen Jelks have any shot. They may as well pack it up now. They're practice backs.
No, you know me. I always like height and weight, and I can't argue with the. So
for sure,
we're good.
All right, defensive tackle is probably the one that's the most locked up. Like there really isn't much room here. I got the 4: Jonathan Allen, Fedarian Mathis, the 2nd round pick, Deron Payne. I don't think we're trading him. And then Daniel Wise. Wise has been playing for us for a couple of years now. He puts in good rotational minutes. I know nothing about Josh Hamilton. He's a 6-year vet. Maybe he could surprise, but I don't think Tyler Clark has any chance of making this team.
No, I agree.
I'm going to say Justin Hamilton doesn't either.
That's a stacked area right there. So they're up against, a wall. So,
You're right. All right, so I got 5 linebackers. I'm going to go with Jamin Davis, obviously, 1st-round pick. Cole Holcomb, Khaleke Hudson, David Mayo. I think David Mayo is a guy they really like, 8-year vet. He's actually the veteran in the room. I mean, you want to have some sort of experience. And I'm going to go with Milo Eifler. This guy's extremely talented as far as a athletic prospect. He's got a lot to learn. He was drafted. Who was he drafted by? He went to the University of Illinois, but I can't remember who he was drafted by. He was drafted, but then he ended up getting cut. We picked him up. He actually, the first week he was here, he had to start for us in that COVID game against the Eagles. But he's definitely raw, but he's a big hitter. I'm hoping that we could coach this guy up, and you may be able to even put him on the outside of the defensive line to rush the passer in specific scenarios. And I think he'd also be a good special teams body. He's a big hitter. So that would be the guy that I have making the team. I don't really see any of these undrafted free agents like Drew White, Farad Gardner. Maybe they have an outside chance, but my favorite would be Milo Eifler, personally.
Okay. I got that.
Personally.
So is it
Milo was undrafted? Okay, fair enough. I thought he was drafted.
Is it Jamin Davis that they brought in and he didn't do so well?
Yeah, he was the first round pick, and then last year he played better. The first year was horrible.
Right.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. No, last year he was a rookie.
Yeah, it's his 2nd year. So
this is his 2nd year. No, last year he was not a rookie.
No, he's got 2 years experience. So
yeah, no, last year he was not a rookie. Why did I think he was a rookie?
No, I think they're still high on him doing something good, but he hasn't done it yet. And
who did we draft last year in the 1st round? Why can't I think of who we drafted last year? Why am I being stupid?
If you can't, I know I can.
No, wait, he was a rookie last year. Yeah, he was a rookie last year. Why am I like what this 2-year thing? Why is that 2 years?
Wait, let's look at Jahan Dotson. What do they say? Give back.
Yeah,
So Jahan Dotson is listed as a rookie.
yeah.
So
They're
so
confusing.
they
See, he only played one season. That's why are they trying to throw me for a loop with this 2-year thing? He's a one. This is going into his second year, same as Milo Eifler. Like,
okay.
why are these two players different? They're trying to confuse me. Yeah, they're trying to
keeping you
confuse
on
me
your
with this
toes.
too. Okay, good night.
So I think they're still hoping that he's going to settle in and be what they thought he could be. He hasn't been that yet.
Yeah.
Maybe improved a little bit last year, but no arguments on your assessment.
All right. So that's the linebacker spot. I think we keep 5. Now we're going to keep 10 in the secondary. I think it's going
including
to be
cornerback and safety, right?
right. And I actually think this is going to be the most contentious battle probably between this and maybe the offensive line. Because
how the hell is Troy Apke still on this team?
Because he's a freaking special teamer. I think that all 5 safeties actually make this team, because I think Troy Apke actually technically is now a corner, but they still have him listed as a safety. But he's going to be a special teamer. But I think the 4 safeties you have are our rookie last year, Derek Forrest. We have Percy Butler. They really like in the 4th round. Cameron Curl. And, oh, wait. They have Bobby McCain listed as a corner?
Yep.
All right, screw this, because they don't know what they're doing with this. It's ESPN. Because Bobby McCain's is our starting safety. So why is he not listed as a safety right now? All right, I'm just going to do secondary. So I have to pick 10 secondary players. Screw who's a corner, who's not. Okay, so Jeremy Reeves, I still have it making this team. Special teamer. Troy Apke, special teamer. Cameron Curl, so that's 3. Percy Butler's 4. Benjamin St. Juste is 5. Bobby McCain is 6. William Jackson is 7. Kendall Fuller is 8. So now I got 2 more spots to fill. I'm gonna pick Derek Forrest because they like his special team ability. Not necessarily he's the best corner. And then my outside pick, I'm gonna go with Corn Elder. We picked him up middle last year. He's got some experience. Danny Johnson's been here a long time, but I think that he's going to finally be let go. I think Corn Elder makes the team over him, and then Christian Holmes, our 7th round pick, goes to the practice squad.
Well, I like his name, but what makes you think, and please enlighten me, what does Troy Apke do for this team where they feel like they got to hold on to him?
He
is it special teams. That's it.
Ron Rivera says he is an elite special teamer on this team. Elite.
And have you seen? All right, I'm trying to remember in all the games I've watched where it's like, oh my God, Troy Apke just made an amazing play. Maybe it is. I just can't remember it.
He says that other teams have to game plan for Troy Apke when it comes to special teams. That's a quote from Ron Rivera.
I know.
Other teams have to
game
plan for Troy Apke. They call him Trap. Trap. Baby.
What are they game planning for? Like, we can't. I don't get it. I think early on we were talking to each other about, oh my God, what's this guy doing? What do you like a safety? And he was lost. And now he's actually saying other teams need to game plan.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll buy it. Whatever. I think it's crap, but
he's making the team. I promise you that. I think Pop's got you confused. No, what got us both confused is they have him listed as 2, but then Milo Eifler a 1. They should both be 1 because both of them were rookies last year. So why have some guys listed as 2 and some guys listed as 1? It makes no sense. Going into there,
agreed.
Deron Payne should be listed at 4 because this is going to be his 5th year that we're going into. So why, You know what I mean? Like he's a 4-year vet going into his 5th year.
Yeah, they're talking about experience.
Yep.
You haven't gotten into the 5th year yet, so you have not experienced the 5th year.
Yeah, like Cameron Curl should be 2. He's got 2 years under his belt. We're going into his 3rd. Like, what do they have Chase Young listed at? Chase Young, they also have listed as 3. That makes no sense. But he doesn't have 3 years experience. He's only got 2.
Yeah.
So whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? ESPN trying to throw a wrench in this whole process, as usual. Gotta love ESPN. All right, Danny Johnson makes this team. I mean, if you told me that if he ends up making the team, I'm not going to be like, oh, what are we doing? It's just, I feel like Corn Elder actually showed some, he showed some talent, I feel like, when he came in late last year when we needed players. And I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to step up in practice and find a way to make this team. The thing is I feel like Danny Johnson may make this team because he also is our kick returner, though. So that's a fair point because he did kick returning, and I don't know who is going to be our kick return specialist. I know we have a punt returner in Alex Erickson. Where does he at?
I got to say, I really like Rodgers' intense look. Oh, he always looks so serious.
Alex Erickson. He's going to be our punt returner, but I don't know if he's a kick returner. So it may be that Danny Johnson continues to make this team as a kick returner, but I don't want him as a kick returner. Like, I would rather put Jared Patterson back there as a kick returner than Danny Johnson. Personally.
Okay.
At what? Move on from marginal players, tired of C&D players. Well, apparently he's an A++ in the special team. Hey, man, Bill Belichick.
He does something in special teams that I have not seen.
True. That's funny. Matthew Slater is actually still on the Patriots, so Belichick wasn't BSing. True. He let special team ace Pro Bowler Matt Slater go. Slater actually outlasted Brady in New England. That is hilarious. That's funny. Patterson doesn't make this team either. He may not. I had him making this team, but you might be right. Patterson may not make this team because I know you want to keep a fullback. You want Alex Arma to make the team as a fullback, play hard-nosed RSO football. But all right, let's play some Weddle. You ready?
All right.
First,
hold on. Before we start, you have to employ the expertise of the chat because I am woefully underqualified for this.
No, I just need you to give me a starting player, offensive player, any player, offensively.
Dak Prescott.
You did that last week. Give me another one.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Damn. All right, Patrick Mahomes.
All right, Patty Mahomes. All right, so we got AFC correct. He's taller than 6'3", but yet not. So he's a defense. Are we playing hard mode already? No, this should be easy mode. So he must be a tall receiver in the AFC. So let's go with a tall receiver in think AFC. Who's a tall receiver now? Let's go with T. Higgins is young. This is not going to be it, but okay. It is 6'4". It's not a
What
receiver.
about AJ Brown?
Am I on hard mode? Oh, wait. It's Derrick Henry.
He's not a receiver.
What? Are we not doing it? Can it be defensive players right now?
I have no idea.
All right, what?
Oh, well, you got Tennessee.
End. Oh, it's a tight end. Why wasn't I thinking tight end? Okay, so tight end, 27-year-old tight end that's 6'4", plays in the AFC.
Plays for Tennessee.
Plays in Tennessee. Oh, okay, plays for Tennessee. Well, they got rid of Jonnu Smith.
By the way, Tim's going to get that in like 12 seconds.
No, I wish. No, hold on. Who is their starting tight end? Because they got rid of Johnny Smith last year. I feel like their tight end situation just blows.
I have no
Wow.
idea, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
It's the tight end. Who's their tight end? Why can't I think of Tennessee's tight end? That's going to bother me.
All right. Fursk?
Fursk? Is that why it's some weird name like that? Fursker? No. He is a tight. Oh, he plays for Atlanta now. So it is a tight end. Who's the starting tight end for the freaking
Come on,
Titans?
somebody in the chat's got to get it because I have no idea, and I'll be the first one to admit it.
That's gonna bother me. It's not Fursker. It's not Anthony Fursker. Even though he used to be on tight end. Who the heck is the starting tight end? Did they just add him this year? Is that why I'm like drawing a blank on who it is?
No idea.
No idea. This is going extremely well. Extremely well. But no.
No, I'm just happy that we have like however many people in the chat that don't know any more than I do because I have no idea.
That's funny. I
could look it up, but then I'd be cheating.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up and give me a hint.
All right, so
don't just give it away, but because I'm completely drawing a blank.
So it's
on who their starting tight end is now, because I feel like they were not anything useful last year. No, Austin Hooper left the Browns? See, that is something I did not realize. Is it really? It is. I didn't know Austin Hooper left the Browns. I missed that. Man, there's been so many transactions this offseason, I completely missed it. Okay, now give me any player on any team, offense or defense. And we're doing the hard mode, and then we're out of here.
Me?
Yep.
Joey Bosa.
All right, Joey Bosa. All right, so we got AFC correct. It's an offensive player. They're age 26. They're under 6'5". So let's go somebody in, let's just say AFC South. Who's 26? How old's no, it's in the West.
Josh Allen.
No, Josh Allen's 6'5", and he's not 6'5". But he would be in that division. Let's go. Just trying to think of 26-year-olds now, and I'm not going to get it. All right, let's just throw in. Who would I say?
I don't know.
South. Let's go Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman. Where did he go? There. Okay. So it's not a receiver. And Pittman's only 24.
It's not AFC South.
So it's got to be either North or...
No, it's got to be
West.
some... Does it have to be...
It's got to be another tight end.
Wait, is Yellow saying that it's got to be AFC? But
correct. It's just not West or South. So it is AFC, but it's not West or South. So it's got to be the North or the AFC East. It's got to be another tight end. This one is going to be Johnny Smith. Darn it. It is a tight end. He is 26, but he's only 6'3". And it's AFC North. So Mark Andrews? Nope. He's another one that's 26.
Wow, you got 4 out of 5 right, though.
Yeah. So who are the other tight ends? We got David Njoku. It could be. No, wait. Who's number 89? No, wait. Oh, wait. No, he's too young.
By the way, chat, just watching Tim show off his
Freiermuth.
uncanny
He's too
knowledge
young.
about the NFL that
Brad Freiermuth is too young. Is he not 89?
he acts like we're playing the game. No, really. He's playing the game.
Pittsburgh. So it's not on Pittsburgh. So it's got to be on the. It's either the Bengals or the Browns. I'll go with David Njoku. I don't think he's number 89 though. But keep guessing. Keep this thing moving along. It's not on the Browns, so it's the Bengals. Oh, so it's Usoma, whatever his name is. Crap. How do you spell it? I know it's Usoma. Usuma. Nope. Yeah, there we go. CJ Usoma. No. Oh, he's on the Jets now. He got traded to the Jets. Oh, is it Moss? No. Who's their tight end now? Drew Sample. There it is. Anthony Johnson got it. I think he was the first one to say it. Drew Sample. I forgot that CJ Usoma. And you know, I should have known that too because I have a Jets fan in our group chat that was so excited that they got CJ Usoma. Now that I'm thinking about it. But all right, Drew Sample is the answer.
All right, if we're going to do this every week, I really need to start studying players because I don't, as you know, I deferred to your knowledge. So
it's fun. It's a good way to end it. It's a good way to end it.
Wait, off topic.
We'll read that, but I'm just saying we start with your thing, the dad joke of the week, and we end with my thing. It's good. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, but usually my joke of the dad joke doesn't make you feel like you're woefully uninformed.
Of course it does. I was like fireman today. I'm like, what? There's commas? Like, what is going on here? Like,
there's no fire. What do you see?
Completely went over my head. I said,
what do you see?
Snap. That was my answer.
What do you say what do you see when you see a fireman? There's no commas.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Yes. You don't even get your own joke?
No, I'm telling you. Fireman or firemen, there's no comma.
What do you see, or what do you do when you see a fireman?
No, what do you see when you see a fireman? There's no comma.
What? Hold up. What are you trying to tell me? A fireman. It's two separate words, right? Fireman?
Yeah, but there's no comma.
You don't put a comma on there?
No, there's no separation.
See, I am woefully uninformed. So what are you talking about? It does make me feel woefully stupid that I thought there was commas in the thing. See, what are you talking about here? Anyway, go ahead, read Roger Smith's comment that you're about to start reading.
Off topic. Just because we have an upgraded quarterback doesn't mean we are KC East. Absolutely. Ball control approach should be the foundation of the offense. Hallelujah, man. I'm with you.
This is what I'm going to write in the chat.
Because I can't write in the chat, by the way. I don't have access.
All that matters. It's all about the RSO, baby. It's all about the RSO. I'm like the NFL historian here. Tim is a current stats guy. Yes, Redskins Van 10 knows a ton of history about the league, especially about our beloved Skins. For sure. But anyway, all right. That was a show. It was fun. Thanks, everybody in the chat. It was good times. We're right around the corner from the start of training camp. My understanding is we're 2 weeks away. Let's see which Commanders
By the way,
training camp.
All right, let me plant this seed. Yeah. August 3rd.
Yes.
Wednesday, August 3rd, I'm out. Okay. 2 of your aunts are coming down to hang out, so August 3rd, I will not be available for the podcast. So bring in the guest. Bring in somebody.
Yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun. July 26th is when training camp starts. So we're basically We're less than 2 weeks away from good old training camp. We're getting so close to football. When's the Hall of Fame game? Hall of Fame game. We'll be doing play-by-play on here for that for sure. 2022 Hall of Fame game is... You're not going to give me the date, bro?
Wait, me?
No,
Sorry.
the internet. Like, it's giving me the date from 1995 when I asked for the 2022. August 4th. Thursday, August 4th. We'll be live on the channel here for sure, doing the play-by-play. That'll be fun. There's August 4th. Yep. I think we're going to air it out and dominate doing it. Carson was on the best rushing offense in the league last year, and it was a waste. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go watch DC United. Well, good luck to the DC United. I think the soccer is the worst sport to watch, point blank period. It is so boring. The highlights are fine, but the sport is absolutely horrible.
Well,
and it's fun to
almost
play.
right up there with baseball, because
baseball I'm starting to grow and respect more because I'm in the fantasy baseball, but I'll never get into soccer. I just won't do it. It's so terrible. Like, you're just passing it backwards all the time, and it's slow, and you watch 90 plus minutes of soccer to get like 5 highlights. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, but just keep in mind they only have 2 substitutions. They've run for 90 minutes.
Oh, I respect them as athletes.
By the way,
athletes,
I don't watch it either.
They're great. I don't hate like the players, like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones that I can think of if I really put my mind to it. But I don't watch soccer, so I'm not that good about it. But yeah, this was fun, and thank you guys, everybody that was in the chat. We will see you next week. Any
great time, everybody, as always. Great chat.
And until next time, see